Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to give you an update as to where we are with our emitter. So when we left off, I had filed down our emitter holder, and I've since glued the emitter into the holder and I've slid it into place. And as you can see, it's way down there now. And on the back, what I've done is I've glued this PCB holder here to the back side of it, and these are the wires that are coming out. The next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim and strip these wires, and then I'm going to solder them onto here, onto this little PCB, this blade side PCB connector. And then once that's done, I am going to glue this PCB right in here, so none of these wires will be showing. All the wires will be up in here. And then when that's done, we're going to take a voltmeter, we're going to test, make sure we get continuity between PCB and the emitter here. And if all the tests pass, then we're good. This whole section will be done. And then we'll be able to move on to the next step. So let's get going and we'll show you how we made out. All right, guys, I've got good news. What I've done is been able to complete the entire top portion of the lightsaber, and just to give you an idea as to how this is going to work, how it's going to connect, so you can have a visual of the whole process, at least on how the top and the bottom part are going to connect. So, the reason why I'm doing this is just in case something really goes wrong and I have to replace some parts. This will make the lightsaber much easier to repair. So what I'm going to do, take out the blade plug. You can see the stock custom work V3 NeoPixel emitter PCB right there, and that's connected to this, and I've already tested it. I've used a voltmeter to test all three pads. The middle pad is the data line, the bullseye right in the middle. The next ring is the negative, and the outer ring is the positive. And it matches up with the pins. So the outside ring of the pins are the positive, the next inner side ring is the negative, and then the one right in the middle is your data pad. I've tested it, everything seems to work. So what will happen is, as you can see in here, this is the top of the crystal chamber. We're gonna take this PCB, when we get our, we're not gonna do this now, but when we get all of our crystal chamber pieces in, we'll be able to assemble the whole crystal chamber and wire it to this guy. What I've done is I've pre-soldered the pads. I've pre-soldered the data pad, a positive pad and a negative pad already. Now this is going to sit right in here. Put this in so you kind of get a visual as to how this is going to look. If I can get it in here. A little bit tricky. Fits perfectly. The engineering on this is just absolutely perfect. Here we go. So as you can see, you've got your pogo pins and your NeoPixels here. You don't really need them in the middle, but it is what it is. Makes it look nice if you ever decide to take it apart. But what those pins will do is they'll match up with these pins, and it will transmit the positive and negative battery, and it'll also transmit the data right through these pins onto this pad and light this up. So just like that. So when we screw that in, a little bullseye pad hooks up with the pins and it creates the circuit. Pretty cool, huh? So that's what we're going to do. That's kind of like the whole plan of how the top part works. So the top part is now complete. It's all finished, and it really didn't take very long at all. Next thing what we have to do is we have to wait for our parts to come in. And when they come in, I think the next thing I'm going to do is the switch assembly, because that's kind of the most challenging piece of the remaining part of this build. And then what we'll do is we'll start to build the crystal chamber out. We'll show you how we do that. And then we'll wire we'll wire the speaker here, profi board, power, the power recharge port, and the main power switch in the back. And we'll kind of go from there. So we've got a lot left to do, but we've got a really good start. So again, on my next video, what I'll do is I'll show you the parts that come in from Shapeways. I'll show you the 3D printed natural bronze pieces for the crystal chamber, and then we'll show you the black plastic pieces that we'll use for the chassis that will hold the sound card, and we'll go from there. So until that happens, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm enjoying making them. And until next time, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.